Hi everyone, it's Sarah here from Orchid Tarot. I'm just doing a quick introduction video. Obviously, if you don't want to listen to this, then skip to the main reading. But it was just to briefly say, really sorry that I've been away for so long. It takes a lot of energy to do the videos, and you have to be in the right place in your life, and not be too busy. And there was just so many things that were against me doing them. So unfortunately, it was I had to make the decision to give it up. But I'm in a better place now in terms of time and energy to do them. So I'm back. Thank you to all of my subscribers who stayed, even though I haven't been doing the videos on YouTube for over a year. But thank you so much. The videos are going to be starting up again now. Also, just to let you know, the way that the videos are going to be done is I'm going to do the monthly videos for all the signs, but then I'm going to do extended if the reading resonates with you and you want to know more about the reading. Then I'm going to be doing some extended readings over on Vimeo. There'll only be £1 for the extended reading, but obviously I didn't want to charge for all the readings because sometimes, they can not resonate with you, and I didn't think that was fair. But if you see the whole reading and it does speak to you and your situation, then you can get a bit more in-depth detail about what is going to be happening. I will be pulling more cards, clarifiers on the spread, and going into a bit more detail about what the outcomes will be rather than what the situation is. So that's for anybody who is interested in that. So there's going to be monthly readings. I'm going to see about putting other readings on Vimeo as well. So it's really great to be back. Thank you so much once again to everybody who stayed. To any new subscribers, thank you. Please like, share and subscribe the videos if they are of interest to you and they resonate with you. And just a massive thank you. Hi Capricorn, Sarah here with your November reading. I'm just going to do a Celtic cross spread. It's a love reading, so I'm going to do Celtic cross spread, which will give you a good overview of your November. And then if you missed the introduction or you didn't watch the introduction, just quickly to let you know that I'm going to be then doing extended readings over on Vimeo. So if this reading resonates with you and you want to know more detail about it, you want to go into it in more detail, find out a little bit more about what the situation is and how the other person is feeling about you and what the outcome is, then, I'm going to give you an outcome, but in more detail, then obviously just head over to Vimeo. I'll put the link in the box below for you to go and check that out. Okay, so let's get started. So Capricorn for November. Okay, right, there we go. Away. Okay. Okay, so let me show you the cards. Might take a little bit of moving. Okay, so let's see. At the heart of your situation, you have the Page of Pentacles. So this could definitely be you as a Capricorn, or it could be any other earth sign. So if you with an earth sign, it could be about them. But what the Page of Pentacles means is it's about making a plan. It's about planning for future events. It's about education and learning how things work. So, it could be that you're looking at your relationships in November and you just sort of, I get the feeling that you just trying to make it work. That's kind of what I'm getting. is that you are happy, but I think you're just trying to make things better. That's how I feel, trying to make things better. I don't know in what way. I don't know what. I mean, in the past, you've got the Nine of Swords, which shows anxiety, sleepless nights. So there's been some sort of situation which has had you worried. You know, thoughts taking over, whether that be about your relationship or whether that be in general in life. So I feel very much like you're just trying to overcome these things. You're trying to get a plan in place so that maybe this doesn't happen again, or that that you can just turn the situation around to better fit you and how you live. Because what you've got is the Nine of Pentacles crossing you. The Nine of Pentacles is about abundance. It's quite a singular card. You don't have many cards of union within your spread. I mean, how you see yourself is the Three of Pentacles, which is, you know, can be about teamwork, but I don't see a lot of cards of togetherness. So I don't know whether, I mean, either your relationship is fine, and it's outside circumstances that are causing you to have these worries, or whether in November, you know, it's either that your relationship is fine, or that you are working towards maybe feeling a little bit less, being a little bit more independent within your relationship. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit needy of your partner, because you have got the Devil reversed as how the other person sees you. I mean, the Devil is your card, so it is a Capricorn. So they've your partner's maybe been seeing that you have been out of sorts, whether that's within the relationship or whether that's about things external to the relationship. But the Devil can be about, when it's upright, it can be about codependent relationships. So maybe you're coming out of a period where you were feeling quite needy, or quite, you know, I don't mean that in a bad way. We all feel needy, but quite, you know, maybe you've been a bit more dependent on your partner. Maybe there's been some sort of mental illness, or you know, an anxiety about either the relationship or in life, where you felt like you've needed your partner more than perhaps you have in the past. And I feel like you wanting to become more independent, you wanting to, whether that's financially or whether that's in terms of what you bring to the relationship. I feel like you're definitely trying to better yourself. That's the vibe that I'm getting. In your environment, though, you've got the Ace of Swords reversed, which is about lack of clarity. So there is something that is weighing on your mind here, something where you feel like there hasn't been a victory. And you've also got in you, crowning you in the Two of Swords. So these two cards together in your environment and what you're thinking about, it very much speaks of a lack of clarity, of not having all the information that you need. Maybe you feel kept in the dark about something. Maybe the lack of clarity is what's caused you to worry, and has caused you to feel a little bit more dependent and needy on your partner, because you maybe either suspect something, or you think that something's going on that you don't know about. I mean, you've got a lot of Swords cards, so maybe the person that you're dealing with is an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or you have got a lot of other Pentacle cards. So in fact, you've only got Pentacles and Major Arcana and Swords. So you're either this reading is for somebody who's dealing with another earth sign or an air sign. But if it's none of those signs, it is just very much that your focus is it's not really, I'm not getting the vibe for November that it is about love. It is about feelings. It is about maybe passion. I feel that November isn't going to be that for you. What I feel it is trying to, like I say, trying to better yourself and your environment in terms of how you fit into it and your peace of mind. What you've got in the near future is the Queen of Pentacles. So if you are dealing with an earth sign female, then, you know, coming up, they are going to feature very prominently. if this is you, then you're gonna take on quite a business orientated, quite homely, quite feeling the need to be secure. And if you have been coming out of this period of anxiety, then you definitely, that is coming for a period of security is coming for you. So that's really good news. Or if you are wanting to connect with an earth sign, then that is also coming. But just a feeling of being competent, being able to deal with your issues yourself, being motivated. Both of these cards speak to business and doing well in business, doing well in your work environment. So I think there's definitely a big element of that, because how you see yourself is the Three of Pentacles. So that is all about teamwork, fitting into a team, working well as a team. It's about communication and making things happen tangibly, same as the Page of Pentacles. So, I see lots of to-do lists and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and really setting intentions. I feel really strongly that you're setting your intentions as to what you want to happen. And I think that in order for you to have the relationship that you want, you have to be right in yourself first. That's kind of how it's feeling to me. I've already talked about that one. That's the Devil reverse. So that is the other person sees you as either somebody who has been struggling a little bit, or somebody who has realised, that they do need to maybe cut some ties of obligation, or to not feel maybe obligated to something, or that they need to be less attached or needy, or and I don't like using that word, I don't like it. But, we, like I say, we all have periods in our life due to many different issues, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with relying on your partner or leaning on your partner. But I think they see you as coming out of that and being a little bit more self-reliant. Okay, so what you're hoping for is the Knight of Swords reverse. So if you are dealing with an air sign, then you're hoping for them to maybe not, when the Knight of Swords is reversed, when it's the right way up, it's about rushing into things, speaking before you think, aggressive communication. When it's reversed, it can either be an increase in that, or it can be the opposite. And in this case, I feel as it's a hope, what you're hoping for. I think it's the opposite. I think you're hoping for things to slow down. I think you're hoping to think before you act, think before you speak, and that would speak as well to this Page of Pentacles, about making a plan, about not rushing into things, whether that's in your relationship or in other areas of your life, but just taking things a little bit more slowly and being a little bit more calculated in your actions rather than just diving in. Interestingly, in your outcome, you've got the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords reversed. So you've got this triangle of, a family of air signs. The Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords are reversed, and the King of Swords is upright. So the King of Swords upright speaks to strategizing. It speaks to, the King is at the height of his, it's the height of the sword suit. It's the culmination of everything that you've worked towards in the minor arcana. So this person is quite mature, is either an air sign, or it could be a counsellor if you have been going through some sort of illness. Could be seeking help and healing. The star is about healing. So it could be about seeking help and guidance from a counsellor, or somebody who knows getting a little bit more help within a marriage. The Queen of Swords reversed, just be careful of either an air sign female, or if this is an element of you, of just speaking before you think. The Queen of Swords can be very, very cutting. The King of Swords is rational. When the sword signs are the right way up, they're rational, they're very logical, they think, they can be quite cold. But when the Queen of Swords is reversed, it can be, it can also mean a break, an opening up. So a sharing of feelings more. So, it could be that you do have this, you may need to talk to somebody about these anxieties or these problems. You may need to just sort of realise that you can't do everything on your own. And I think these are outside of your relationship. These could be friends, could be family members, it could be your parents, it could be, it could be anybody really. But there could be an opening up of a discussion of, how this healing needs to take place. If there has been some sort of addiction or mental illness, no, that's very specific, but I think mental illness these days, it's a very broad term and people don't like that label and think of it as a label, but everybody in their life goes through periods where they find it difficult to cope. And I think you've got some signs coming of really being much more able to cope, much more able to deal with the things that life throws at you. But I think there is going to come up a point where you may need to get a bit of help with that from talking to people. But there's a massive, the star is hope. It's a wish fulfilled. It's a wish fulfilled. If this is a couple, where maybe the Queen of Swords, the woman in the couple is out of sorts. If this is you out of sorts, then there is healing. There is definitely, you do have a rock. There is a rock there. There's somebody there. If it's your partner, then they're there for you. Be careful of, maybe you are looking for, and we'll obviously clarify this a lot more in the extended reading and get a bit more information. And the extended readings that I've done so far have been really, really, I've really highlighted and sometimes really changed the reading. But just, I think maybe there might be an element of, and it could be a partner. It could be a partner that's going through this and you're the one that's okay. You're the one that's helping. You're the one that's struggling, helping them with their struggles. But I'm not sure. We'll see in the clarity. But, the outcomes are looking great. The outcomes are looking great. Just like I say, be careful of either an air sign who is a bit nasty. Stay away from this person if that's the case. Or it could be that you are opening up about the issues and the problems that you've been facing, and be prepared that there may not be, when that happens, there may not be a massive amount of emotion evoked by that, but there definitely will be a talking through and an ability to sort of see, whereas you are finding it difficult to see the way forward.